All right, this could be amazing or this could be a complete disaster. I have no idea which way it's gonna go. Let's find out. All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna go from Berlin all the way to Aachen over here on the Belgian-German border. But here's the catch. We're only gonna use regional train. I'm gonna take advantage of this 49 Euro Deutschland ticket and see if it's worth it to travel across country. So it looks like if you were to take this journey using the ICE, the Intercity Express, it'll take you about 6.5 hours. But for our journey, we are not using high-speed service, intercity trains, anything like that. Right. For us, it looks like it's gonna take 10 hours and 50 minutes with 7 change. So that's the plan. So I gotta get dressed and get on the road. Let's do this thing. I got to Berlin Südkreuz a little later than I had intended to. So the plan is to catch this 9:44 train to Stendal. And then from Stendal, we go to Wolfsburg, then Hanover, then Minden, then Hamm, then Köln, and then Aachen. So altogether there are going to be 6 stops. We'll see if this goes according to plan. It is hot on this train. Ugh. Come on, man, we gotta get some airflow. So, just got to Stendal for our first train switch. Our next train comes at 12:06 to Wolfsburg, and it is now 11:37. I've got about 25 minutes to 30 minutes to find something to eat. I'm starving. We're not gonna leave the station this time, I don't think. Hanover, I think I'm gonna try. I think I have an hour in Hanover to walk around. But right now we're gonna find something to eat because I haven't had anything all day and I'm starving. I haven't had any coffee either. That's killing me. This is a lovely, beautiful old train station. Fortunately, the sun is in a rather disadvantageous place for it. It's a really nice station. I saw there's a Tonka bakery in there. I might just go in and get a get a sandwich or something. I don't think. I'm not sure what's real close by. It doesn't look like a lot. So, yeah, we're just gonna go with the sandwich for now. The next train appears to be this regional city train. Oh, I think it's actually I look out. So the problem is, local trains like this, they stop every 6 minutes or so. So it's a lot of stops to get from Stendal to Wolfsburg. Okay, minor panic. I got to Wolfsburg. I have 6 minutes to get to my next train. Can we make it? Planned out. Then I realized I didn't have my wallet. when I went to get my sandwich in Stendal, my wallet fell out of my pants, or I dropped it or something. So, panicking, I got going back on the same train going back to Stendal, and while I was on my way, I got an email from my school saying they had my wallet because it had my school ID in it. So, panic averted, I went back to Stendal, got my wallet. Now I'm headed back to Wolfsburg. Added about 2 hours to this trip, so, but well worth it to get my wallet, obviously. Oh my gosh, I was, whew.
Who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow.
After my minor detour, I made it back to Wolfsburg. From here I could catch a 1644 train to Braunschweig, and I had about 30 minutes or so, so I needed to look for some food.
I miss the smoke.
So Wolfsburg, I know, has a Bundesliga football team. I think they're still up in the Bundesliga. Pretty sure they are. And I think Volkswagen, whose plant is over there, is the sponsor. I really like to walk around Wolfsburg a little bit, but I don't have time. So I think it's gonna have to be McDonald's. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna have to be McDonald's. See what we got out here. Interesting building over there. Not sure what that is. They know, whatever that is. I know that's where Wolfsburg plays their games, is the VW Arena. So that must be this direction somewhere. Honestly, it doesn't look like there's anything real close. I don't have very long. So I think I am gonna just go to McDonald's and get something from there. It'll be alright. You can always count on McDonald's to be just alright. McDonald's is pretty much the same anywhere you go. Hard to go wrong with completely adequate McDonald's. So we're going to go to Braunschweig. Air 50? 50? 50? Very purple. Very colorful. Alright, so now we have to go from Wolfsburg to Braunschweig. Then Braunschweig to Bielefeld, which we'll see if that's actually a real place. If you know, you know. And then from Bielefeld to Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf to Aachen. Now we are getting in at 23:37 as opposed to around 19:37. It's gonna be a long day.
Given we make time, I'll meet you down the lane. Long coat, walking on a New York street. Pack of crushed cigarettes fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet? But that's the truth. And two pictures buried in a guitar case. Underneath the music sheets all over the place. I caught a glimpse of the sweetest girl's face I ever knew. And how many souls and times that I've told of places that had like to be. And how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line.
Stop 4 of 5, 4 of 6. We're changed here to go to Dusseldorf, then Dusseldorf to Aachen. So one more change after this one. And we are actually in Bielefeld. The place actually does exist. And if you don't know, there's some sort of internet conspiracy that Bielefeld doesn't actually exist, but I can confirm to you that Bielefeld does in fact exist. And sorry about my mic, my lavalier mic broke that I used to plug into my external recorder, so I've got to get a new mic, which really sucks. But yeah, this is not nearly as well. I never thought it was going to be fun, but this has not been enjoyable at all. It's a long way to travel, guys. The last part of the trip was 3 hours, I think, 2.5 hours from Wolfsburg to here to Bielefeld. It was the longest part so far, and I think this part of the trip is from Bielefeld to Dusseldorf is something like 3 hours too. So it's I guess it's better than 1 hour get off, 1 hour get off, but I don't know. It's exhausting. I'm really tired and I'm hungry, and I thought I would have 20 minutes to go get some food. I just got a little sandwich at McDonald's. It just apparently didn't do it for me. But yeah, we're gonna get on RE6 here and get to Dusseldorf.
Abfahrt 20:15 Uhr vom Gleis 1 und die 945 nach Berlin Hauptbahnhof Wien über
On the road, headed back to New Orleans, traveling in the country, past old-timey scenes. Big birds were singing in the tall willow tree, mighty fine. 3 words written on a paper bag. I miss you was written in a message in black, thrown in a van 2,000 miles back. A better time. And how many souls and times that I've told places that I'd wanna be. And how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave.
So for some reason we had to get off of that train over there in Dortmund. Fortunately, there was a train right across from it going to Aachen. So maybe we got a little bit lucky with this. And well, we won't switch in Dusseldorf like the plan was. Just go straight from here to Aachen.
New York street, a pack of crushed cigarettes that fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet? But that's the truth.
Finally made it in Aachen. Got here at 10 past midnight. Left this morning at 9:44. So I'll have to do a wrap up on this later. But yeah, what a trip.
And how many souls and times that I've told the places that had lacked to be, and how many days when I could have stayed.
So for those of you bougie types who have never been into a hostel, this is what it looks like. We got 4 beds in this tiny little room. 4 grown-ass adult men sleeping in here, and it was about 500 degrees. Train station right there. 0 airflow for 25 euros. Now for the price, you know, okay, whatever. But Christ, I slept terribly. I just don't know that I'm a hostel kind of guy anymore at my age. I need my beauty sleep. All right, I had a shower, brushed my teeth, feeling quite a bit refreshed. That second coffee is kicking in finally. I don't really want to sleep here another night in the Saharan desert, so I think I will head home. I may get home. I'm gonna try to plan to leave by like 2 or 3 and get home by midnight. All things go according to plan, of course, and I don't lose the wallet again. So I don't know. So my impression so far of this trip, I think the Deutschland ticket is a great deal. It's 49 euros and you can go anywhere in Germany. Downside is you just can't be in a hurry if you're going to use the regional trains. It's going to take you a long time. You have to have you'll have a lot of connections. So if you're okay with that, the Deutschland ticket is great. I'm going to try it again for a longer trip. I think the end of June, I'm going to go to Heidelberg for a meetup with some other people. So be on the lookout for a video on that, probably in July sometime. So yeah, my verdict is, and a 14-hour journey to Aachen, I'm not sure is worth it. It's a cool city if you don't have to go 14 hours. If you're doing like the Cologne, Bonn, southwest part of Germany trip, it would be a good little day trip, I think, or a stop through on your way to Bruges or something like that. It would probably be worth it then. But just as a standalone trip, probably not so much. So yesterday, by the time I got to the train station, the train that I had a very narrow window to get back to Berlin by 2 a.m. or else I was going to get home at 6 a.m. And the train I needed to take to get back at 2 a.m. was canceled. So I had to take a train that left 20 minutes later that was going to get back at 6 a.m. So that did not sound appealing even a little bit to me. So what I did, I made the executive decision to go part way. I went from Aachen to Kassel, which was about 6 hours, and decided to stay in the city of Kassel for the night. I got a hotel, got the best sleep I've had probably in several weeks. Actually, it was really nice sleeping here. I actually slept till almost 7:30, which is amazing for me. I usually wake up when the sun comes up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna explore Kassel, and I'll probably make another video on that, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this trip, it started terribly with losing my wallet, and then the horrible night I had sleeping in Aachen was just terrible. I can't describe how terrible it was. But it's turned pretty cool. This has been such an adventure, and this is what I needed. This is what I want. I want these adventures, even though part of them kind of suck. I love the adventure. So I'm gonna explore Kassel, and then we'll get back on the train and we'll get back to Berlin. All right, so I didn't record any of my travels yesterday because literally all my batteries were dead on all of the things. And so my brick was dead because I couldn't charge. The hostel was a terrible idea. So I didn't record any travel yesterday. But now we're about to get on the train, and this would be our 3rd change. And so gonna go from Kassel to Halle, and then I think we have about an hour in Halle, and then from Halle we go to Berlin. I think it's a straight shot. I think we only have to change trains one time on this trip going home, so this should be good. So yeah, let's get on this train. Had a quick track change, so now we got to go to 4. I'm glad I noticed it because they didn't announce anything, but suddenly the train that was to arrive at that track was going to be there till 3. So I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Let's figure out where we need to go. And then right below it, it said track 4. So you got to be paying attention. Can't be looking out for just for announcements. Looks like a crowded one. Okay, that absolutely sucked. I mean, that was awful. It's like a cattle car. We were all crammed in there. The seats were like, oh, they weren't even regular booth seats. It's terrible. So I got off here wherever I am, and I'm gonna catch the next train and hope it's a different situation, because it is a different numbered train. So I'm hopeful that it'll be better. But boy, that was terrible. My back was hurting. There was no way I was gonna do 2.5 hours on that train. Guys, this is not ideal for long distance travel. Unless you really have to, don't do this. Really, don't use the Deutschland ticket for long distance travel. It's great for those day trips and short distances, couple hours, 3 hours maybe. But going across the country is a bit much. I think this old train station has seen better days. We are in Eichenberg. Pretty sure this place is shut down. I'm kind of hoping maybe there's a restroom, but it's looking like that's not going to happen. You go for just a bench. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but that train was packed like sardines. So what I'm doing, my plan was to get on that train, get to Erfurt, and catch the Flix train back. I would have been back by like 10. Now, I'm gonna go back to Kassel, catch the Flix bus, and I'll get back by midnight, I think. I don't think the bus leaves till, I don't know, 7:30 maybe. So yeah, it's gonna suck, but I mean, that thing was packed. There was no way, and if I wait around another hour for the next one to come, that one's probably gonna be packed. So I might as well just go back and catch the bus from there, I guess. We'll just do that. What can you do? It's €49 ticket. Has got a lot of people traveling, which is good. But again, it's not conducive to long distance travel. This train going this way is not so bad at all. Not so bad at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a bus, catch the Flix bus. Go at 6:30 p.m. We'll get there at midnight exactly. 5.5 hours. I'm not taking any more chances with these trains being full, and it's been a nightmare. I just want to go home, you know. It's part of the adventure, right? This is what I signed up for. So yeah, I'll check in with you in a little bit once I get to Kassel. I'll probably go walk around a little bit because I'm gonna have like 2.5 hours May do a little bit of seeing what I can find. So yeah, we'll see. So the good thing about the bus is, yes, it'll be a little longer, but won't have to change. Won't have to worry about missing any connections or anything like that. We can just sit there the whole time, which will be super nice. And this kid has been running up and down the aisle, back and forth, back and forth. I wish I had a quarter of that kind of energy. So I ended up at a different train station. That's okay. We've got 2 hours. Interesting. Honestly, I really need a clean shirt. I think I'm gonna go to C&A and see if I can just get a t-shirt, because I feel really, really gross, and I kind of don't want the person sitting next to me to have to smell me the whole trip. That wouldn't be ideal, I don't think, for either of us. So yeah, I think we're gonna go to C&A and then head back to the bus station, the train station that has where the bus will leave. Pretty neat.
Hello, Liza. How do you do? I'm writing you. I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me.
This is a really cool area. I wish I had more time. I could explore more. Spend a couple days here, it feels like.
Place. I heard you got a new job.
So I got a t-shirt, so I'm not completely stinky. And now headed back to Kassel Hauptbahnhof. Apparently I could have caught the metro or the tram from over here. I left my luggage in a locker, so I'm gonna have to go back there and just catch it from there, which is fine, whatever. Got an hour. It's certainly not the most attractive train station I've seen on my journeys. Honestly, it looks more east or Soviet than it does west, but clearly this was West Germany.
But some things stay.
I think this is the last train I need to board for this journey until we get back to Berlin. Oh, thank God. We are on the Flixbus. A lot of non-German. I think this bus ends at the Polish border. If my Polish is good, which it is not, but somebody told me that. So yeah, we got leaves supposed to arrive at midnight. Probably a few minutes late now. Yeah, not so bad. As of like 20 minutes before the bus got here, I didn't have anyone sitting next to me, so we will see if my luck holds with that. It's not bad though. It's very comfortable, way more comfortable than the trains were. Man, I'm so tired. I wish I could go to sleep and just wake up and be there, but that's not how my body works.
Cheryl lives down in the south, working at the Waffle House, has a second job at midnight when it's time to leave. Costs $7.50, never seems to pay the rent. You gotta have a trick or two that's hidden up your sleeve. The living ain't a magic act, days are long and that's a fact. Money still ain't quite enough for her and all the kids. Times change, she always says, the good old days are gone and dead. But she tucks the kids into their beds like mama always did.
Alright, we had our first stop at Halle. There was no drinks, no place to get drinks. I am dying of thirst. Ich habe Durst. Ich habe sehr Durst. And the lights go out. We're back on the road. Let's go. Let's get there. I'm tired.
Make parts for big machines that made a lot of.
Almost there. We're at the Berlin Central bus station. Next stop, Berlin Südkreuz, which is my stop. Almost home. Alright guys, well, I just made it home. It is 12:30. So and I left Kassel at 18:30, so 6:30. Had a few thoughts before I crash, and I am about to crash. I think I made 3 mistakes that I can think of. One, I lost my wallet. That was huge. I still don't know how that happened. How my wallet fell out of my pants. If I took something out and it fell out or what, I have no idea. Fortunately, I realized it really early, and I only had to backtrack an hour, but that hour cost me 4 hours, really, in real time. So that was a huge mistake. It ended up taking me 14 and a half hours, I think, to get to Aachen. So that was a big mistake. Second huge mistake was getting a hostel. I am not a hostel guy. I'm too old for that. It was hot. It was just uncomfortable. And I got there about 1, and I woke up when the sun came up. So I was awake before 6 probably. So I was tired. And then that didn't help my mood for the day. And then it escalated. I enjoyed walking around Aachen. I enjoyed seeing Aachen. I just wish I hadn't been so damn tired. That really hurt my enjoyment of it. And my third mistake was booking the second night when I arrived instead of just seeing what it was like that night and then booking the next day. I should not have done that. It was a waste of 25 euros right there. But I was not staying in that place one more night. There's zero chance I was going to do that. So those are the 3 mistakes. Getting off the train when I did in leaving Kassel today was a mistake, but I think that mistake actually worked out for the better because I ended up probably getting home roughly about the same time as I would have. It said that I would get here at 10, but who knows? And it was so crowded and it was just not pleasant. My back was hurting. So yeah, so my takeaway from this whole experience is the $49 Deutschland ticket is a good deal. It's good for 2 to 3 hour, 4 hour, maybe 5 or 6 hour travel, but going cross country, I don't know. If my advice would be for about the same time, like say if I had taken the Flixbus from Berlin to Aachen, it was going to be 12 hours, I think, and I think it was going to cost somewhere around 40 euros. So I think that's a way better option than doing what I did. So my advice is, if you can avoid going cross country in the regional, it's not worth it. It was a fun little adventure. I really liked Aachen, what I saw. I really enjoyed Kassel. That was pleasantly surprising to me, and you'll see that in another video. I'm not going to put it in this video. It's too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and you want to learn more about Germany and travel in Germany and all of that good stuff, check out the next video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later.